Now, on so many occasions, the US President, Donald J. Trump, has claimed that he is a peace president. He claimed that he has made peace deals for so many countries within a very short time. And on other occasions, he came out boldly and asked for himself to be given the Nobel Peace Prize, something that has never happened perhaps in the history, that someone calls for himself to be given the Nobel Peace Prize. But Donald Trump has done that. And he came out and said he has made peace deals for so many countries. He claimed he has created a peace deal between India and Pakistan, between Israel and Iran, Israel and Hamas, between Thailand and Cambodia, between Egypt and Ethiopia. And the latest one is the one between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, a war that has taken over decades. Now, yesterday, both presidents for the Democratic Republic of Congo, Felix Tshisekedi, and the Rwandan president, Paul Kagame, were summoned in Washington, D.C. at the Oval Office to ratify the Washington Peace Accord that was signed between the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Republic of Rwanda. And the peace deal was signed in presence of so many other witnesses, including the Kenyan President, William Arap Samoei Ruto, and the former Kenyan President as well, Uhuru Kenyatta, and other African delegates. So they were summoned in the Oval Office in Washington, D.C. and signed a peace deal claimed to have been mediated by Donald J. Trump and the Secretary for State, Marcos Rubio. Now, in this video, I want us to look at what the peace deal is all about and the criticism that has actually been placed out by so many people about this peace deal. Now, as I said before, that Donald Trump claimed he has made so many peace, but a big question remains: to what extent are these peace deals achieving indeed? Have these peace deals achieved the kind of peace that is needed by those countries? This is the big question that still remains unanswered. Now, yesterday, the peace deal that was signed or ratified by the Rwandan President Paul Kagame and Felix Tshisekedi, this peace deal was actually signed in June 27, 2025, but it got ratified yesterday, December 4th, 2025, in Washington, D.C., in the United States of America, in the presence of Donald J. Trump and Secretary for State, Marco Rubio. Now, what this peace deal is all about is that the peace deal actually calls for the withdrawal of the Rwandan troops in the eastern parts of Congo. The troops that for so many years are accused of supporting the M23 rebels who are actually antagonizing the eastern parts of Congo. So that peace deal includes the withdrawal of these forces by the government of Rwanda and His Excellency the President of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, that from the date of signing the peace deal, the Rwandan troops are to be withdrawn from the eastern parts of Congo. That is one. The second thing that is included in that peace deal is also the disarmament and neutralization of the non-state armed group, the militia group called the Democratic Forces for Liberation of Rwanda. And that forces were also stationed in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and they were claimed to have been supported by the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo to destabilize Rwanda. So in that peace deal, it was agreed that this armed militia group are to be neutralized and disarmed, and that the Democratic Republic of Congo has to pay commitment to end support for this armed militia group against the Republic of Rwanda. That was the second deal in that peace. And the third one includes an access to the exploitation of the DRC crucial minerals like cobalt, copper, by foreign or Western companies, and to be specific, the United States of America. So the peace deal dictates that on signing the peace agreement or the peace deal, countries like the United States of America will have easy and open access to the rich mineral areas in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and other Western companies, they can go and exploit these minerals there. That is also what is in that peace deal. And the last one is the respect of territorial integrity by both countries. That is also another element of the peace agreement. Now, on signing that peace agreement, there's so many people who actually came up with their criticism against the agreement. They said that peace agreement is not comprehensive. It's not a meaningful peace agreement. Simply because, one, whereas the head of states were seated in the Oval Office in the Washington, D.C., the real people who are actually participating in the conflict in Eastern Congo, the M23 leaders, were not part of that peace deal. They were not seen in that table. None of their leaders was there. And for so many years, Rwanda has ever refused support over the M23 rebels. So what does it mean? If the president of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, refused that the M23 rebels are not being supported by him, then why not have a leader of the M23 actually during that peace deal, so that their demands are listened to and are also part of that peace deal? In fact, it is said that as the peace deal was being signed yesterday, there was a conflict going on in the eastern parts of Congo, and that was mainly done by the M23 rebels. So, to so many people, that peace deal was not comprehensive, since the M23 rebels or leaders were not part of it, and therefore it won't last. Second of all, some people also looked at that peace deal as just a fragile one, and one that is mainly meant for the United States of America to just have an easy access to the mineral-rich Democratic Republic of Congo. And that was the major motive of that peace deal. It wasn't really meant to bring in peace in the eastern parts of Congo, but it was to give the United States of America an easy pathways to access the minerals in the Democratic Republic of Congo. That is what so many people also say. And the last criticism was about the call for accountability. So over the years, both parties, the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Rwandan forces that are claimed to be supporting the M23, have committed lots of atrocities. But there's nothing in the peace deal like an accountability given to these people for the previous crimes committed. There's nothing like compensation. There's nothing to do with the reconciliation of these, nothing whatsoever of that kind. So to so many people as well, human rights groups and organizations claim that peace deal is a fragile peace deal. It's not a meaningful one, since it didn't cater for the past atrocities committed in the eastern parts of Congo. And therefore, so many people have put in their criticism against that peace deal, saying it is not real but a sham and a fake peace deal that will only get broken within a matter of hours or days. So let's see what happened, guys. But that is all about what happened yesterday in Washington, D.C., where they witnessed the signing of a peace deal between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, in presence of the Rwandan President Paul Kagame and the Democratic Republic of Congo's President Felix Tshisekedi, witnessed by other African presidents and leaders, including the President of Kenya, William Arap Samoei Ruto. Thank you, guys, and this is all about that peace deal. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. If this is your first time, hit on the subscription button, like, comment, and if the videos interest you, of course, share it with your friends and share it with your circle. Until next time, I remain Emmanuel Taban, and this is the Concern Podcast. Thank you.